Hello, Wizard of West LA here. Today, this video is about the input command. There is a shorter way of doing input for numbers. Recall our last code. For example, we were using our last code, for example, on our last lesson was like this, where you put the variable or the box, so to speak, and we were putting input, and then we were putting enter a number. Okay. And then what we were doing is when we were printing or when we were making a calculation, we were naming number 2, we were naming the variable number 2 is equal to, for example, we were going to add 10 to number. So we were using int, and then we were putting number plus 10. Okay, so this is putting whatever you enter in a number, it was putting in a number, and then we were converting the number to integer, adding 10, and putting that in number 2. So when we were displaying this to the outside world using print, we were putting your new number is, and then we were putting this str number 2. Okay. So what was happening here is we were making a calculation, and then it is displaying the calculation, like to recall from the last lesson. Remember, this is a string of characters, so we're changing number 2 to a string of characters. And if you run this, you go to run. Okay, I'm going to save it like it always does. I'm going to call it test. Okay, so if we run this on this side of the window, we enter 5. So it's going to be 5 plus 10 is 15. If we hit enter, we get 15. Now, remember when I showed you there is a way to change these so these lines will not be executed or not be done by the computer. Remember, you just put this, you put the pound or number sign in front of all of them, and these lines will not do anything. Matter of fact, let's prove it. This is called a remark, okay? You can actually put anything you want. You can put this is a remark or a comment. They're usually called comment lines. And you can put as many as you want. Let's run this. Let's see what it does. Let's run it. Going to run it and then saving it. And look over here. It actually did nothing. Okay. So back to the code. Using the input, remember, to get information from the outside world into the computer using the input, there is another way which will actually shorten a lot of this. And this is what this video is about. Okay. So what we do, we can say number again is equal to, and you can say all of this input, actually I can actually highlight it. All of this input, enter a number, whatever that is, we're going to call that an integer. Okay? Remember, that's a number without a decimal. So we can put int, open the parentheses, okay? And then I am going to put all of that inside. Input, the same thing, enter a number. Now remember, we have one parentheses and another parentheses. We have one, we have to add the other. These parentheses surround this line. Let me hit enter. So this is basically saying whatever someone enters, it now becomes an integer, and it puts that number into this box or variable called number. So let's do this. Let's display that number. So let's say print your number was, and I'm going to put a space. Remember, we add a string. We have to convert it to a string. You still have to do that here because it is a number. Okay. So whatever someone enters, it's going to print your number was, and it puts that in there. Okay. So let's run this. Okay. Enter a number. Let's put 6. Hit enter. Your number was 6. So this is a very short video to show you how you can use with input. You can actually shorten it and say all the input, whatever's put in, will be an integer, and it puts that in number. So the last lesson, the last code, you can actually make some changes. I will put another video using different code, well, using something similar to this with the decision, the if statement. It will be a lot shorter and maybe a lot easier to understand. So this is another way of doing input. Here, I will actually highlight the whole thing. So you can actually do it like this. You can say anything entered in here becomes an integer, okay? And then it puts it in the box or variable called number. And this just displays it to the outside world. Click on the subscribe button to keep posted on more videos. And I just wanted to cover a quick video here on another way to do input regarding numbers, and also hit the alert button. There's a little alert bell which will keep you alerted every time I post a new video. And check out our website at www, or actually write it in here, www.wizardofwestla.com. And you can find a blog. You will find a blog there. And definitely leave some input, anything you find, any shorter ways of doing things, and I will post it on the video. This is a world of learning, definitely. Remember, keep on learning. Thanks again.